Hello,
Hello?
Izzy. Did it work?
Yeah, but there's still a countdown on Instagram.
That's that's okay. I think that it's just going to be a little bit behind on Instagram, and
Oh, got it.
it's okay. You did a great job, and nobody's mad at you, and everything is fine. Hey, everybody, welcome to Q&A with Izzy. I'm going to be your host for today. My name is Laser, the Kickstarter helper guy, and here right now we've got drumroll Isabella Rowland. Hi, Izzy.
Wow. Wow. Laser, you're so much more exciting than I am.
It's my
Competent.
slinky green shirt. This is an Oxnet shirt. We discovered Oxnet by following the D20 Closet Instagram account. All
Oh,
the boys are all over Oxnet. That's
wow.
how you doing today, Izzy?
I'm doing great. How are you, my darling?
Thank you. I'm doing well. I'm in a hotel room that doesn't have a closet, just kind of has a
I
wall.
thought you were in a hotel room.
Yeah.
That
Um,
does look like a hotel closet.
Thank you so much. I agree. Well, I have so many questions for you from backers of the Kickstarter. Do you remember the Kickstarter for Dead, the movie you're making?
That's still going.
It's still going on right now.
Still going.
Let's just take a quick peek. $218,000, almost 219. Somebody could go over there with $40 and make our day right now.
Make my day.
Go ahead.
Go
Make
ahead
our
and
day.
make my day.
And then we got 9 days left of that. 3,984 backers, which is amazing. Not complaining.
Not complaining.
Not complaining. First I heard of it. Look at all these great people. Jack is in the chat moderating. Hi, everyone. We can see you. Thank you for being.
There are the comments.
You found them?
I found them. I was sort of like, am I being kept like a star from this?
Yeah, the Instagram comments are also going to be on your Instagram area, but you can or not watch them. Either way is fine.
Yeah.
See, you deserve the support. Izzy
That's
says
so kind.
isn't that nice?
Who deserves what? Does anyone deserve anything? You know what I'm saying?
Oh God, that's so real. Let's start with a question from Ben, who uses any pronouns.
Okay.
What is the best thing you got out of helping create this movie, Izzy?
Wait, what did you say?
What's the best thing you got out of making this movie
Oh my God.
so far?
$219,000. Just kidding. That's not mine.
Go straight to your pocket.
Oh my God. Truly the experience. If you can make a movie for $0 or, whatever, you should do it. It's very fun. It's very stressful. Really worth it. And a lot of friends, wonderful friends, and very talented friends who worked on the movie as well, including Laser. Not for nothing, as I live and breathe.
NFN. So one of the things, I don't know if everybody knows about this, but basically you write movies that seem to cost a lot of money to produce, and you decided to make one that you could produce without a helicopter. Do you want to talk about what brought you to the conclusion that maybe you should do that?
Because I realized that I was probably not going to make a movie. There are a lot of gatekeepers in Hollyweird, I like to call it.
Yes, very funny.
Very funny. Very funny thing for me to say. That's original. And I had read a lot of books. I read Director Without a Crew by Robert Rodriguez, and I actually sort of had a little walk and chat with my friend Rekha Shankar, and she also said that she was working on a movie that would cost a very small amount of money. And I was like, you know what, Rekha, that's really smart, and I'm gonna take that idea and I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
So the main cast of this film is 6 people that are related to you, that are part of your family. I would say. The main, your mom and stepdad, your grandparents. And then you make a movie that's about your family. I think that's flipping great. I'm going to ask you another question. I just wanted to set the bar in case anybody's new here.
Thank you.
Okay, actually, Madeline Figs from Instagram has a great question that I'm going to ask you. You mentioned your film influences like Little Miss Sunshine in a blog post some time ago. Can you expand on a specific scene or moment that resonated with you when working on the movie? What's a favorite scene
from Little Miss Sunshine?
Yeah.
It's to me, I think it's a perfect film. It was very impactful to me when I saw it. A lot of people used to say I look like Abigail Breslin.
People used
Compliment
to say that about me too.
my brother in Christ. Yeah, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But and I think I was her for Halloween from that movie in 9th grade.
Which outfit?
The end one when she
Yeah.
does the dance.
Wow.
And I linked this. If you've read any of these dang emails that I've written, I talk about the guy who wrote it, whose name is too normal to remember.
It's okay.
Like
Somebody in the
Michael
chat's gonna get
Arndt
us that
or
name, and we're gonna act
something.
like we remembered it. Yeah.
Michael Arndt. I think he also wrote Toy Story 3.
Right.
Let's please not self-promote Game Out, Jack. Iconic. Okay.
Jack is here to help. It's great. Kay Sanchez loves the newsletters, Izzy.
Who
Good
said
job.
that?
Kay.
Oh, that's so nice. Okay. The scene where Alan Alda, as the grandpa, is talking to Abigail Breslin in the hotel room, and makes I maybe copied it pretty distinctly now that I'm thinking about it. He just tells her she's beautiful, that she's like the most beautiful girl he's ever seen. And he is such a funny, weird character. And
He is
it's
really
such
weird.
a beautiful, beautiful moment. And then sort of immediately after he, spoiler alert, does die, and they have to sort of get his body. They steal his body from a hospital. And I thought that was so awesome. You're not a loser. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is so good. And the score is amazing. Greg Kinnear's character arc is incredible. Paul Dano is so good. And Toni Collette is the greatest actress that's ever lived. It's a really good movie.
It does truly have the best cast.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great answer to a question. I just want you to know that.
Thank you. Wow. Laser's always supporting me and letting me know what I'm doing right.
We have a question here that has been asked multiple times from Claudio. He asks, Real Housewives, where do I even start?
Wherever you want, wherever you feel pulled magnetically. Okay. Just let it take you. Feel the force. Let it guide you. Use the force.
Okay, great.
Good, as they say in Hollywood.
Where did you start?
I don't remember. I was like 12 or something. Normal age to start that. I think maybe with New York. It's, I don't know. You maybe don't start with like a newer season of an older show. Don't start in like season 17 of OC. I think OC is bad, but whatever.
Well, so not OC, not a newer season. There you go. There's your answer.
Okay. Take it or leave it.
What line from the movie would you put on a t-shirt? Asks Marissa D.
Wow.
Great
Important question. We've talked about this.
We have.
What did we say? You can't even ghost, right?
Yeah.
When I die, I swear I'm coming back and haunting all of you, because the dad doesn't haunt everybody.
Yeah. Spoilers.
Spoilers
for the log line of the film.
Please talk more about how Vicky Gunvalson is the inspiration for Never Stop Blowing Up. Sorry to go AWOL.
Please,
she is.
Go for it, please.
What else am I supposed to say? She is. She left Dawn Gunvalson in real life, and she shouldn't have, I think, even though I really enjoyed her relationship with scam artist Brooks, whose last name escapes me, who faked having cancer.
It sounds like a good show. It sounds like Never Stop Blowing Up a little bit.
Well, that's because I've never had an original thought in my entire life, and I just steal things from Michael Arndt and Andy Cohen.
who invented the Real Housewives, just to be
Who's made it happen, sort of.
clear. Brooks does not refer to deserve to have his name remembered. I'm so glad that people are here.
Me too.
I have a question for you from Lizardy. Lizardy. How did you actually get started on the making of this movie? I'm a writer and super interested in screenplays, but the thought of what happens after the writing is so daunting. What are the first steps?
I am, I'm very lucky to have a family that, has some means to have like self-funded the principal photography of this movie. Like I'm a Nepo baby, but like I lived with my grandparents and none of my family are working right now or have for a while. So, I'm a Nepo baby of people who like need to do a Kickstarter to sort of help their careers as well. And
it's a family business.
It's the family business.
Not in a like billions of dollars kind of way.
No. This was ULB, ultra low budget. Okay.
Yeah.
We used our homes. And bless. And we're lucky to have homes. We have to say. Yeah. So you just need to, if you want to make things, you need to surround yourself with creative people who are very smart. I, go to take classes at UCB, go to some school, go to night school, go to community college, find artistic people, go to open mics, free open mics, and just like find people who want to make stuff and you will make things. So that's how you do that.
Yeah. I mean, you have some people in this film. Some of the people in the film you're related to, but some of them are friends from various ways. Do you want to talk about like Vic and Nick and Eddie Pepitone? How do all these
Eddie Pepitone is my longtime best friend from middle school.
Yeah.
And he taught me how to play double dutch. Mm-hmm. He's a viper with a rope, with 2 ropes.
People say that a lot.
People say that a lot about Eddie Pepitone. The people who like weren't my family, I've known Vic through UCB. Kicko baby. What does that mean?
I don't know, but everybody is really into it.
What's a Kicko baby? I was kicked. I've known Vic been very, very lucky to know Vic for a long time through UCB. They're an angel and was sort of, as soon as you meet them, you're like, how do I put them into my movie? Nick is a childhood best friend of my husband's through LARP camp. And they played in like a 14-year-long D&D campaign together. And Eddie Pepitone is my best friend from middle school, as I said.
Right. Yeah. No, that all makes sense. Kicko baby as in Kickstarter. Everything's fine.
Oh, cool. Have we come up our sort of coining new slang?
Yeah.
Skibbity? Rizzo? Kicko?
Yeah, it's happening. It's going to catch on with the youth. I have another question from a Kickstarter backer. I'm taking questions from Kickstarter backers as well as from the chats that I can see.
Your ability to multitask blows my mind.
You have to talk. So the Rob is asking a question.
Rob?
I'm going to read the whole thing. So thrilled to support you and your team, 2 exclamation points. I'm, of course, not asking for spoilers, but content-wise, as somebody whose dad died a few years ago and who's still feeling pretty raw about it, am I going to be okay to watch the movie, or should I find a soundproof chamber to hide my sobs and wails? Great 2 options.
Rob, I don't know you. I don't know your heart, and I don't know what makes you sad. That being said, if you're still really sad about your dad dying, you probably don't want to watch this movie. But sometimes getting more sad, like helps with sadness. Like I used to make really, really emo breakup playlists when I was a teenager. And then when I got into my 20s, I made happy breakup playlists. It was like, why am I listening to so much Connor Oberst? Maybe we should listen to Jenny Lewis,
Yeah.
So I don't know. Rob, I don't think it's gonna ruin your life to watch the movie,
I
but
think it's great. And I will say, to your point, not that anybody is tuning in to hear my points, but to your point
and
of
they
some
are
feeling things helps, that's kind of part of the movie, is
kind of
about,
part of it.
is
Sort
how
of maybe the
you gotta,
theme
you gotta feel things.
is to address those.
Yeah. So
Look back.
somebody asked, would you rather make a prequel or a sequel to Dead? Which I think is a great question. This is Sam Coleman. That I don't think either of them would make sense, but
neither of them would make sense.
Yeah.
Laser's right, having seen the film.
But if I give you $100 million budget to make a prequel or a sequel to Dead, where does that?
We did. There was a sort of a bit on set about a sequel, because my grandparents are in the movie, sort of about them dying. But this is, probably not for the Robs of the world. We're talking about people who are
so
still
dark.
with us passing because they're old.
Were they in on that? It feels like a them joke also. It's very it's a very dark joke.
Yeah, we were like, uh-oh, grandpa dies. But, he wouldn't actually and then we were like, what if, in real life they did die and they hunted us. Someone said they're here for Laser and only Laser.
Who said
that is true of me too. James Roundtree.
What's up, James?
What is up, James?
What is up?
Making connections here.
Yeah, thank you so much, Izzy. Izzy's here for me and so here to help me.
As someone with the same type as Laser?
Yeah, it's accurate. We're not alone. We're not alone, I think.
We're not alone.
Who would you fan cast as Dawn, Paula's ex, and Never Stop Blowing Up? This is a question from Nina.
Dawn. That's a really good question that requires a little bit of thought. My first instinct was John Lithgow, but I think that's just because I watched Shrek yesterday. And it turns out he has a bath time song on the toddler bath time playlist.
Great to know.
So thinking a lot about John Lithgow.
Yeah. That's my favorite playlist too.
But I think also, Laser loves that. Laser turned me on to that playlist.
Yeah.
Wow. Who's a really good, normal guy? Laser Weber. As middle-aged
normal guy. Who's that handsome guy that's in stuff? Not a handsome guy, or yes?
But normal. I'm shaking my desk. Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito. There we go.
Detective Vampire? We said don't promote your own things, and it seems like people are sort of writing their fanfics about Danny DeVito vampire cop. Which you should write that, but just not here.
Can you talk a little bit, Emily asks, about what it's like to write for a role you are playing and that is so autobiographical? Now, this role is not, this person's named Tilly, which is very different from Izzy.
That's wild. But the name Tilly is the name of my character in the movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This person asking the question is named Emily. I'm just saying, what was it like to write for Tilly?
Okay, copy. So, knowing it was going to be me, not to be so humble, but I was getting a lot of notes that in earlier drafts that Tilly was not the main character enough. Mm-hmm. Brennan was very much you gotta pump it up. Very nice guy. And some of my family members were I think my character needs more scenes, more jokes. And I was like, great pitch, and would listen to them and put them in. And then my husband very kindly was like, you got to stop doing that. Their time has come and gone. Okay. We're doing this for you. So that was interesting. And also I don't know, I feel like sometimes there's a weird thing where main characters are not funny. and all of the side characters are very funny.
Yeah.
And that is actually an easier trap to fall into than I think, because it's like, oh, you want them to be like, what are you talking about? When really they should be Liz Lemon and firing jokes off on all cylinders.
That's a great answer to that question.
And I gave myself a wonderful graphic sex scene.
Yeah, that's what people should be looking forward to when they see it. Did you learn anything more about your family by doing this? Sarah asks.
Yes.
Great. Can you, if you could haunt only one person, who would it be? Asks Casey.
Probably Netanyahu.
Wow, so specific. I love that. Oh, you know, Mado asks a great question. How does the color scheme? Sorry, did you want me to follow up? Tell me exactly how you. Okay, great.
Why make his life hell? Why make him want to kill himself? I don't know. What?
Yeah, sure. How did the color scheme come about for the photography, costume choices, all of the? I'm imagining Ruby's graphics, which have been very fun.
Yeah, I mean, in the post things, that has been all Ruby Lavin, genius, angel, artist, perfect angel. Yeah, we had a great wardrobe gal named Elena, and she literally just came over and grabbed all of my clothes and put them in her car, and I went, bye clothes. And then I would show up on the day and she'd be like, this is what you're wearing, and I was like, cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we were really just it was like, we gotta go, we're making it happen. No time to really talk about it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's cool. I wanted somebody to dress me from my own closet. That sounds fun.
She was having fun.
That's great. The looks are all great.
Thank you.
Paige asks, were there any improvised moments during filming?
Constant.
Yeah.
Constantly.
This is what I've heard this from other people who were on set, who said that you were very open to collaboration on set.
We were collaborating.
Yeah.
I was pissed off. I said, my word, you do not do one word differently.
Mm-hmm.
And people were, it was revolution.
It's not what I heard, but I'm obviously wrong.
Okay, you weren't there.
Yeah, I wasn't there. So,
are people having fun? Is this fun?
Sorry. Hey, everybody, are you having fun? Should we stop? Let us know if you want us to stop.
Comment a big X.
Comment a big X if you
want us to stop.
All right. If you're just joining us, we're talking with Isabella Rowland about the film that she wrote and starred in called Died.
Whoa, a fun background just happened.
Yeah, I made us smaller. And
oh my God.
I'm looking right now at Instagram comments. Yes, having so much fun. They're having
fun. Are they
fun.
different on Instagram?
There are different comments on Instagram. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
Oh my God. What Laser has to deal with on a daily basis of me and my family not knowing how to do things online. Bless his heart.
What is the difference between being an actor on something like Sex Lives of College Girls and then writing and creating a movie with your family? How are those things different?
They could not be more different. I have to drive to Warner Brothers when I sort of find out that I'm going to be on Sex Lives a couple of days before, and they email my reps and say, can Izzy do this day? And they go, yeah. And then my reps go, can she have more money? And HBO goes, no.
Cool.
And my reps go, okay, she'll be there. And then I show up and everyone sort of goes, we don't have the script yet. We don't know what you're doing. And I go, me neither.
Yeah. Okay.
But I have a trailer.
And they give you clothes to wear there.
And they give me clothes to wear there too.
Yeah.
Not my clothes, other clothes. And they always want me to wear a lot of sweaters, even when it's really hot outside. Sort of a fun thing about Hollywood.
Is that show set in a cold place?
And they're like, your character loves crazy sweaters. And in some scenes is wearing a glittery bow tie for no reason.
It's representation for people like me, Izzy, and I appreciate you.
Yeah. That's been really inspiring for you.
Amazing. Well, thank you for that question,
And
Corey.
my family's not there. Yeah. Except for Elia, who is my family.
Incredible. Okay. Everybody's saying give her more money, and I agree.
They won't do it.
If you had a limitless budget, what would be the next big Izzy Rowland feature? That's from Sam Coleman Creative and a verified Instagram account.
Ooh. Well, you can pay for those now.
Well, they did.
They did. But still impressive. If I had the biggest budget in the world, my baby's waking up. I have written several action comedies that I would love to have made, including a sequel to the movie Spy that I wrote with Elia Palladino, where I think we jump from there are a lot of helicopters, but I think someone says Sam Reich does not need to pay me more. They do great. Anyway, someone said that. But I think we had someone jump from a volcano lair into an airplane.
Sure.
So I would need money for that.
Yeah. Like we'll do a Kickstarter for that
We'll do Kickstarter for that for $1 billion. $1
billion. Somebody also asked, do you need to go, by the way, Izzy?
Yeah. But in a second. My mom's here.
Okay.
A lot of people are having fun, or if this is good for
people are having fun, and it's great. Somebody asked how we met. I want you to answer that.
We met because I was getting ready to do this, and I was like, I need a professional. Someone said, "Hi, Claudia." Yeah. I will let her know. And so I texted Reka Shunker, second shout out for Reka.
Reka is having a big day. Reka got Vulture's watched comics.
I know, big day for Reka, as every day should be, because she's perfect. I texted Reka and I said, hey, you were just a part of a very successful Kickstarter campaign for Daisy Quest. Mm-hmm. I'm very influenced by this and inspired. Do you know who did that? Who made that happen? And she was like, I don't. Here is Sandeep's info. You should ask Sandeep, because he was sort of in charge of all of that. And so I hit up Sandeep, and Sandeep said, here's laser. So it was 6 degrees of laser.
6 degrees of laser.
Your next album.
That's my next album. Should we wrap up with first of all, I'm going to say thank you everybody for joining. Thank you to the Kickstarter people who made the Kickstarter happen and got us to the stretch goal. We have a few more stretch goals. The last one is a screening in LA where tickets will open to Kickstarter backers first. And I'm not going to lie, that probably means that it's going to only be Kickstarter backers based on the size of this audience. Mm-hmm. So thank you so much. If you've backed the project or if you've shared the project, you're a true friend. And if you haven't found it yet, Google Izzy Rowland Kickstarter. You'll find it.
You'll find it. Even if I go on a podcast and don't say the name or what it's about.
And nobody would ever do that. And don't worry about that. That wouldn't happen. So it's fine. But
we can keep going.
Okay. Well, Izzy's going to disappear at some point and everybody will be okay with that. Somebody asked what it is about supernatural stuff discussing serious issues, bringing genre into the emotions. I think that's a good question.
What was that again?
Yeah. So what inspired you to make a movie with supernatural elements like ghosts about a serious topic like losing your father?
It was my mom's idea. Shout out to Claudia,
Shout out
the
Claudia.
director of the film, who is also in the film and who is here. Excuse
In your
me.
house. This is what working on Dead is like. It's really
Good thing we all stayed.
Yeah.
Good thing we all stayed. I think every story, movie, book, what have you, should have supernatural elements. Anything is possible in the realm of story. Make magic real. I don't know what else to say. So yeah, I think that is
Why wouldn't you?
why wouldn't you? Yeah. And, there should also be emotional elements in everything. I think that every story, if it's good, not to hype myself up too much, but the stories I like are funny, emotional, and have magic.
There we go.
There we go.
Somebody asked for your favorite movie recommendations. Do you have any that fit in that category or any others?
For those three?
Well, they asked about action comedy specifically, but I think people would be happy with any answer.
I love Spy. Spy's an amazing movie. I literally, when I was learning how to write screenplays from Tim Neenan, an amazing script doctor and teacher who I've taken multiple classes from, he has this like amazing setup of act breakdowns, and it's like a big spreadsheet, and I just copied that spreadsheet, and when I felt like I was struggling or had writer's block or didn't know like what piece of the story needed to go where, I did it for Spy and broke it down scene by scene and put every scene. This was COVID lockdown.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had time.
Laser, you froze. Did you say something?
Hello? Hello?
Hi.
Hello? Hi. I just said we had time. I was just
had time.
Big upping you.
I did it for Die Hard too.
Yeah.
I love Die Hard. I love Jurassic Park. I love Everything Everywhere All at Once. That's got all three.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
I love My Neighbor Totoro. I love Fleabag. I love The Wire. I love
The Wire with ghosts. Let's talk about it.
The Wire with ghosts. If you look closely, ghosts are in The Wire.
And a lot of people won't tell you that.
Magic is in Succession. There's a wizard in Succession. And if you don't know who it is, you weren't watching good enough.
Wow. An incredible and true thing to say.
Incredible and true.
Izzy, somebody's asking if the film will have subtitles. Of course, when it is distributed, it will have subtitles, but we don't have a distribution plan yet. So
yeah. What's on Izzy's shirt? Bob Baker Marionette Theater.
Terrifying clown. Everything is fine. Everybody in this town loves clowns. When did you start doing comedy? I'm curious about this. You were born inside comedy.
I was. My name was on the marquee of the Hollywood Improv the day I was born. But I took my first improv class, oddly, at the Strasberg Institute when I was 11 years old.
Wow. This is a question from Will, by the way. If you could
What?
directly answer
From Will. Thank you, Will.
Yes.
I went to a Strasberg acting camp in Alsace, Jack, in West Hollywood. In Alsace, France? Baby.
Well, you did say that at one point that you studied Shakespeare in France.
No, I didn't. Louis did.
Yes, you said that you would. Okay, fine.
No, I actually. Oh, yeah, I did. I did do that. Whatever. Okay. Forget you. The French teachers were not into that choice. They were like, we have so many good writers. Okay. What were we talking about? I went to Strasberg. Don't do it. Method acting is bad. Any Acting class is a scam. You heard it here first. Anyone who teaches acting is a psychopath, okay? Especially Lee Strasberg. Fuck him.
So Claire wants to know.
So if you've just joined us, acting is a scam.
Do you have any little rituals?
That's where I took my first improv class. They abused me. I was 11. Don't teach an 11-year-old method acting. Don't.
So do you have any like little rituals you do before shooting, Izzy, to get you in the zone? This is a question from Claire.
I get a little coffee.
Yeah. That's a great answer.
Thank you.
Okay. What's your favorite Italian food?
What?
What's your favorite Italian food? This is from Leah.
Pasta.
Great.
I really like spaghetti with clams.
A lot of people are asking when you're gonna, if you would ever want to DM a game.
No.
Great answer.
Why would anyone want to do that? I can't. You have to have a special brain.
Yeah.
Would you laser?
Would I? I've done it before. I have a special brain.
You do. You honestly, those spreadsheets you make, DM ass.
I'm on a spreadsheet right now.
Huge.
Amazing. We've answered a lot of these questions. So I'm gonna look at
we're feeling good.
Do you want to talk about any of your tattoos?
I just got this one.
It looks like a sun. Am I right?
It's sun.
Great question.
Laser in the D20 dome. When exactly?
I don't know anybody involved in that, but I think it would be fun. Arguably, there are ghosts everywhere if you want to look. I think we're going to call it so you can go live with your family.
All right. I love you so much. I thank you, everyone, for doing this. Sincerely, it means the world to me.
Yeah. We have another live stream happening after the Kickstarter ends with Cass. We're going to do some games. We're going to have a fun old time. And if you back the Kickstarter, I think almost at any level, you get access to that fun party. So I recommend it because I think there's going to be some of your favorites. Mm-hmm. Can I say that? Some of your faves?
Eddie Pepitone. Just kidding. He's not. We don't want to teach him how to do this.
Yeah. This is how Jackbox games work. Yeah, it's $7 to get access to that stream, which is going to be pretty fun. So we'll see you there, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. And I hope you have a wonderful evening.